Right. Hey, everybody, what's going on? I am doing a super fast session here with the Cados. I'm the Abba, they're the Cados, it's the Abbacado show. As it continually evolves, that's what I love about this. So I have a fun group of people that are hanging in there. There's Amon, a Square Meal, Ginger, SB, Underwaterdojo, tons of people, DJ Tambor in the house as well. And so that is what we got going on. But today is going to be a real fast session. And I'm going to just do some dono makeups. If I have a little time, I'm going to hit the cheese the wheel because I've only got an hour. So I'm just going to get right to it. Jack Zira, you resubscribed again. Thank you so much. And so did, let me see. I'm sorry. Wow, a few people with a resubscribe. Lisa, thank you so much. And SB as well. Chaotic Old Board, nice little stream streak there, as well as SBs and Judgment Kazi. And let's see who else. Jack Zeros. Thank you so much, you guys. And I got a new follow too, Maglama. Let's do this. So happy joy. What do we got here? I'm gonna start off just boom, 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 boom. The faster I go with this and still give it my honest time, we can get into some cheese. Are you guys ready? So the first one coming up on the dono makeup is by the user, one of my Cados here called Shaky Wombat. And we are going to be listening to a track from the artist The Snowdroppers. I don't think I've ever done anything from The Snowdroppers. And this one is called Moving Out of Eden. And the message is, one of my favorite Aussie groups that no longer exists. Yeah. It goes on the oldies reel nowadays, huh? Here we go. I love the old school guitar sound, or more raw, authentic, yeah?
Eve said it was over, it was time to call it quits. We were on the tail end of a 3-day blitz. Broken bottles in the garden, paradise lost. Your dad came around and he changed all the locks. So now I'm crashing on couches. Out of tins, ain't nothing original.
Love this vibe, is kind of rockabilly-ish.
Neighbors give me looks, but I get no regard. No dinner invitations, no get well cards.
I like that voicing on the chord.
On a tan line, like a footprint on a landmine. I get a feeling that we went and made an awful mistake. I get a sickness in my belly that I just can't shake. A happy hour coffin, a payday nail. I'm like Jonah in the belly of a small town whale. Gotta get me out before it's
the mixing is great. The engineering.
Out of Twofold Bay. Just the same snake boy, but in a different camp. And all the books and the smoke that they got up in Rome. It's just the same horse shit that we got back at home. So you can sing your hill songs about your magical friend. It's just a sick money-making game in the end. Everybody's playing down on their knees to someone in the sky that they're trying to please, not me.
It's a blues rock vibe, but it definitely, I don't know why this has a little bit of the edge of the, well, there's a little bit of a folksy touch right there. Hear the banjo back there? What a great barroom brawly kind of blues track too. I love that part of the arrangement, the vocals. You know how I feel about that. No words, but that vocal push in an arrangement is almost more of the predominant part of the hook for me. Great track. I love the video on it. The sound of the guitars, earlier we talked, but I mentioned it. And somebody had popped up that it's kind of maybe a staple sound at a certain point with more of the blues-driven compositions from bands out of Australia. I got to tell you, I really love the sound of that guitar. And I love the way that they didn't overside chain it. You know, it's like they really got a clean sound out of their head, out of their amp, their head, however they drove it. And they didn't squash it. They didn't add too much, except maybe just a touch of compression and a little bit of kind of like a small room kind of vibe. Remember, I said earlier, I go, it sounds like this would be a great track, during like a ballroom brawl. Ironically enough, in the video, it's the guys are inside and they're shooting outwards and stuff. Guy has a great voice. The mix, at first I said, wow, this is a really good mix. And then something caught me off guard in a unique way, which was the that part of the mix. I kind of like how they forward loaded that, in the mix. It was a little up in your face, a little more than I thought, maybe I would have done it. Had it maybe about 3 or 4 dBs back. But I like that because that kind of added to the, the pirate chant kind of vibe. Whoa, just having that out there. And like I said at the end of the track as well, that's also like one of my favorite things in songs. Sometimes there are no words and just kind of a repetitive arrangement that's vocal, For some reason, that seems to really embed in your brains, Tracks just like Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, just something about that. I don't know what that is. A little bit of a magic sauce, so. Yay. Okay, next up, what am I doing here? Next up is, it's for Brexter. Brexter, and you just slid in, didn't you? How are you, Brexter? I got your message earlier. I just got back from my morning work at the nonprofit. I got your message on Discord. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that little video that I did on that other channel. Just trying to be honest. That video is exactly what the title was. That's why there was no fancy, gitchy title, tagging weirdness. I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to be honest. Here we go. All right, speaking of Brexter, so he's here, and we are going to be listening to, maybe this is a cover from an artist, Moyun, is it, Brexter? Is covering Hotel California. His message is, hope Abba and the Kados enjoy this wonderful reimagining. Yeah, it looks like the artist is playing, I can't make out the instrument from the thumbnail. You guys help me out. Okay, guys, let's do this. All right. One instrument and a pad, huh? Oh, a stomp box performance. If that's what they would call it. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm old. great. Very emotional performance. Wow, this is really intricate as far as using the repeater element of that kind of technology. I think they call it looping or a looper, like it's a technique. Go out there and say it. This is a whole nother level for this legendary track. Wow, chicken skin right there. Did you see about a few seconds ago how she hit the button, like stop the loop? I mean, the whole thing is a choreography that's just as unmatched as this cover performance. That's insane. Wow. She's having to hype her own arrangements on this, and they are stunning. What a great band. I was waiting. Get there. How mind-numbing of a performance was that? I mean, okay, we recognize it as Hotel California. It's an obvious cover. But with each musician, vocalist, whatever, having to add your own arrangements to make it uniquely yours as a cover. But to me, this was a whole level up beyond anything that I would have ever imagined, as was put in the message here, you know, a killer reimagining of it. because of the type of instrument it is. There's such a stretched possibility of what you can do. On top of it, with the two-hand coordination and everything that was going on with the harmonies and everything, there was also intricate voicings and stuff that was happening there that uniquely could only happen on this instrument. I'm sure maybe there might be a little divot in that. Maybe there's something else I'm not seeing or thinking that other instruments can do it, you know. But I mean, you would say, well, what about a harp? Well, yeah, maybe. But at the same token, the bending and all the other things that are going on there, it's uniquely identified, obviously, I believe, because I'm not an ethnomusicologist, with this instrument. And also what I love about this is that there's obvious infusion between historical, cultural instrumentation coupled with modern technology using a looper. You know, it just absolutely mind-numbing. And the technique, no mistakes, no anything, was just absolute mind blow. And so I guess the name of the artist is Moyun. And well, this is done really released a couple years ago and over 20 million views and very well deserved. And the other thing too that speaks to me, that just resonates when I hear this kind of instrument, are the nylon strings. Yeah, the sounds of the strings, as be it nylon. I just said that. This was an incredible listen. I so dug it. Briefly, just want to let folks know, Coral Reefer, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. I'm sorry I won't be able to do any boosties today, but you'll be in pole position for Friday. Sorry about that, because I'm on a little bit of a time slot here. But thank you very much, obviously, for coming in and hanging out, and always your kind donation as well. So. No, I did not get a chance to check it out. I've been a little scattered. The reason why this is such a short stream and this week has been a little crazy is my guest that has been here. We packed a bunch of things that we're doing before he has to go back home, so I'm a little scattered. So I promise I'll make that dive in there. So next up, we are going to do something a little different because I made a mistake, like I do. A matter of fact, there's two things that we have to do in this makeup stream because I misread or didn't, follow the instructions, which is so me. Yes, look, 1 a.m., there he is, the people's elbow with the best emote, Ever. Did I say Ever? Ava. Hardcore last week, remember I listened to one of his tracks, but I stopped in the middle of it thinking it was over, and it wasn't. So we're going to revisit this track from Death Note so that I can let it go all the way through. And I'm going to do it from the beginning, even though I already heard the beginning. Apparently, I missed 3/4 of the other aspect of it. So let's go ahead and finish this up. And if I don't know if he's here or not, but this will definitely make the YouTube vibe. So yeah, let's listen to this, but this time all the way through. All right. Well, actually, this nicely follows the last track, actually. Yeah, I definitely remember this because that note right there, the nautical dissonance chill. This is still, even though I'm re-listening to this from last week, this is still some great arrangements. And breathing really, really well and dynamically. It teases us a little bit with that piano work. I like that. I don't know why it's just off-putting, but I love it. It's not rice pudding or chocolate pudding, it's off-putting. This actually has a little bit of ELO vibes. Like I said earlier, when we heard it last week, I really liked that track. And the fact that it didn't try to force a little bit of a melody on you, and you just kind of glided with the basics. All right, I guess I got to keep listening. Nice build on anxiety. Oh shit, I thought we just jumped into Halo right there. I thought I may have hit a wrong button. Okay, briefly, I do want to stop since I'm apparently hearing bits and pieces of this. That last track, I didn't say much of anything because I was watching the scene against music and listening to its purposeful composition, which we don't get an opportunity to really do a lot here because, we really focus on the music and stuff. And of course, especially with video games, a lot of the music that I listen to without any, like what does it sound like over the boss fight and stuff is because we lose a lot of the nuances behind, I've talked about this many times, sound design and things exploding and dragons spitting fire and shit. And in this case, what I was really digging on here when I was listening to this last section is how the composer dug a hole sonically for audio, for dialogue when it came back in. So when there was no dialogue, the music got a lot more aggressive, still hanging on that pulse, though. They wanted to keep you dark and heavy, with that kind of, discursive pattern that they were playing. And it was very mildly percussive. The arrangement was percussive, but there was not any percussion to speak of, timpanis and stuff behind it. They really let the anxiety of the strings just kind of dig in while having the choral aspect of it, which kind of signifies a little bit of the darkness thing. But then when the dialogue came back in, I loved how the composer pulled all the high ends out and kept the bottom end kind of still on its pattern so that there was enough room for the dialogue to come in. So I was thinking, that's the composer brain really going off, especially the scenes where the character does this with his hand and there was these, orchestral runoffs. So that was fun to listen to. I love that distant upright piano vibe. Getting very alternative here. Slightly a little bit of a tuning issue with the guitar. I don't know that this has to, I don't know if it has to do with the tuning or where that bend was, but I liked it. And then in the background of this whole track, I like that track. Had a very alternative vibe to it. So this is apparently the last listen. Kind of a nice dynamic spread in the composition in a single anime. The track really goes well with this image. I don't know if this is the main character, you guys tell me, or if this is a character. But it almost seems like the kind of music, the way this person, this character is drawn up, suits her very well. Support character, okay. So far, the composer in this series does lean into a little bit more of the alternative vibe. This sounds a little like Outer Wilds, though, doesn't it? I mean, am I wrong? I love the bass sound of that. Ooh, I just heard a nice slide there. I guess you're right, Garn. It could be. You never know who gets the influence from where. But, you know, millions of people are writing music at the same time, so you never know when they all come up with it for real. I mean, who's the first one? Yeah, true, Amon. All right. I'm glad that I was able to make that up for everybody, or for, oh my goodness, who was it that I was doing this for? I'm having a brain fart. Oh my God, who was I? Help! I'm sorry, I already deleted the thingy. Hardcore, thank you, 1AM. Always saving me. Well, first of all, 1AM, I think it was 1AM and or Turn Up also had reminded me that I dipped out halfway through this and not realizing it was a whole thing. So thank you guys, of course, the mods, always. Hardcore, I know you're not in town right now or listening to us, but thanks for assembling this, you know. Like I said, I really enjoy at times, as long as it doesn't get too out of control now. If I release the kraken by saying I like it and everybody starts doing something like this, you know. I like the fact that threading different kind of compositions in a single piece of production as far as media, to me, gives me a little bit of an idea about how the composer, you know, has what kind of composition chops with instrumentation and genre crossovers, which is really nice. Because that one scene that we saw that was all action, obviously was more of the strings and the choral kind of vibe. These other things had a really nice alternative rock kind of vibe, with a little indie bit of indie vibe, with just a hint of indie and just a hint of alternative and just a hint of, I don't know, what am I saying? Snows in Australia. How are you? I don't know if you're here with us. Let's see. We are going to be doing, we get to do an artist. Hey, what's going on? Snows in Australia. One of my most favorite unique artists when I listen to this artist that Snows in Australia wants us to check out, which is Bjork. And the name of the track is Like Someone in Love. Such a unique way of performing and writing her music and her melodies and the inflection in her voices and dynamics. It's always a joy to listen to her. Here we go. So beautiful.
Sometimes the things I do astound me.
Almost pulled from the vibes of like a 50s musical.
Mostly whenever you're around me.
And to have this written just with harp, oof, beautiful.
I seem to walk as though I have wings, bump into things like someone in love.
What an emotional voice she has. That's what I love about her.
Look at you, I'm lit as a cloud and feeling like sun.
Like so lovely, so sweet, so intimate. You know what I mean? It's like dancing around with a single daisy, smelling it and singing the story of love is just that harpist is plus 20 fire damage.
Sometimes the things I do astound me.
Love that. That is so authentic.
Mostly whenever you're around.
How can you not melt when you hear this? But it sounds like it's like a city scene, like maybe it was pulled from a movie soundtrack.
As though I have wings, bump into things like someone.
Ah, Pat, I hear you.
in love. Each time I look at you, I'm lit as a cloud and feel like someone in love, like someone in love.
That just deserves a moment of just like, wow, just so moving. To hear a piece of music like that right now, you know, with in not only in our listening experience here on the channel, just right now, but just the world, it's such a release from that. Listening to that was just such a release of it. My shoulders dropped. It also brought to me a couple of things. One is, you know, I was very much a huge fan of the composer that wrote the music for The Professional. But the music supervisor obviously had that one track of hers in that movie that was so impactful and so matched the movie, and the way the composer may have used that sound as a or that type of approach in his compositions, maybe taking off a little bit of and how the music was composed. So that to me was just phenomenal. I forgot the name of the song that she had a huge song in The Professional. And the intimacy of the song and the love and the everything. It also reminded me, you guys, I've already told you guys about this before, but you have the harp and you have her beautiful voice. Kind of reminds me of my dad did that track with Sinead O'Connor, which was just Sinead and the strings. And ironically, both songs, the Sinead song was also about love, the heaviness of it, and the heartbreak and the joy and the whole thing. So circling it all up together, you know, I was like, wow. But that harpist, she, of course, yeah, Bjork had an amazing performance on this. But come on, that harpist was just on fire. Beautiful. The fluidity, the dynamics of her performance was absolutely wonderful. Oh, that was nice. That was a fine track, I tell you. Yeah, right? Wasn't that harpist badass? Just unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah, her cadence too. That's another thing as well. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and then I think I'll have some time for cheese. This one is something that I too kind of bungled a little bit, and I misread the message. And so I'm bringing it here for you guys from Underwaterdojo. Underwaterdojo, are you here by chance? There he goes, the old man emote. I'm getting hammered. Underwaterdojo. I think I saw you here a little earlier. So yeah, play it. Shall I, Dojo? Shall I play it for the Kados? Let me know. I'm gonna wait. I wanna make sure. I'm waiting for you. Yes, okay. So here's what happened. I got a message and I misread it. And I saw Underwaterdojo's request here. And I said, okay, great, I'll do it on Tuesday, which was today. But then he sent me another message on Discord, and I went, oh, maybe I'll just do this privately and just send him my feedback as a composer. And so I did do that. And then I realized, oh, and then he sent me an email. I went, oh, okay, I get it. So this is original composition from Underwaterdojo. So let's do that. We'll show a little bit of our Kado support for one of our fellow Abbacados. And let's go. Here we go. You know, this has the makings of gaming music. I love the ambient vibes of this, how this sets up this way. Actually, it goes really well with this video too, Doge. I like your sliding in and out with some of the pad work without getting overly obsessed with it. But I also like how that arpeggiation is dry. Very important to me. Nice shape. Oh, like a baby T-Rex or something. I like how the arpeggiation too, that analog arpeggiation is taking up a little more space in the mix here. Looks like an old hospital supply depot. I like how you sneak in that, maybe a clarinet or an English horn. It's totally game worthy. That's what I told you, right? So guys, that is from our very own Underwaterdojo. And there's no two ways about it. I thought, I already told you what I thought in that message that I sent to you. Now that I listened to it a second time, I was able to kind of take a little bit of the pressure off of me and kind of lean into a little bit of your sporadic use of marrying certain hybrid parts in there, like at the very end, getting very synthy in that saw wave synth vibe. That little, I told you there, that little vocal at the end that was there. Actually, that was a really nice sound. I mean, that in of itself, as just a production note, I probably would have said, oh, can we hear that a little earlier? Can we spot that off a little bit because it gives us just another lift. The other thing too that SB was saying, I believe, or Lisa, the percussion programming too did have more of a tribal vibe to it than, let's say, a cinematic approach just to cause anxiety. So and it also sounded like it wasn't this is going to sound funny, like maybe one of those tracks or those loops weren't quantized tight, which, if I don't know what that was, it could have been in the loop that you designed, or it could have been how you performed it or something. But I like the fact that it wasn't quantized tight, which gave it to me a little bit more of that tribal vibe. But yes, my friends, that is Underwaterdojo. That is our own Kado here. So 63 different loops? No, come on. Really? Couldn't have been. If it was, man, take a screenshot of the DAW. I'd like to see that. Okay, cheese time. because I only have a little bit of time left. So let's go ahead and do some cheese here. A Coral Reefer and Nex. I'm sorry, this was just a dono makeup session, but you're going to be in pole position for Friday. I apologize. And I know what ends up happening is I make the announcement at the beginning, but then when people come in halfway through the stream, I apologize if that sets you off a little, sets you back a little bit. But I promise you guys will be pole position, regardless of the dono amount, whatever. You guys will get the pole position. Okay, cheesy. Let's go for cheesy. Remember, nothing over 7 minutes, please. Let's see what we got here. All right, here we go. Oh my God, that's quite a bit of cheesy. Let's spin it. Are you guys ready? Spin. Who's coming in? Who's coming in? Skippy! What's going on, dude? Skippy would like us to listen to... Let's see. Alrighty, so what we're gonna go... We are going to listen to a artist by the name of John Lajoie. John Lajoie, and the name of the track is Everyday Normal Guy Number 2. Sounds like a great name for cologne, you know? Here we go.
You want some more of this, bitch? Back in the easy, we could do this all year long.
I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. I told you in the first song, I'll tell you in another. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. I don't have a girlfriend, my hand's my only lover. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. One night a week, my mom likes to cook me supper. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. And Michael Keaton was my favorite Batman. I was walking down the street just the other day. I saw these two fine bitches, they were walking my way. Yo, what you girls doing tonight is what I wanted to say. But suddenly I panicked, my voice started to shake. So I put my head down and I just walked away. I had a bus to catch anyway, it worked out great. Got on the bus, put my headphones on and pressed play. Sheryl Crow, James Blunt, and motherfucking Ace of Base. Yo, what can I say? It's just a day in my life. I'm up early in the morning, in bed
I
early
love the
at
guitar
night.
pattern.
Productive at work, I gotta be well rested. Yeah, motherfucker, you heard what I just said.
Minor, 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 major.
I don't like margarine, I much prefer the taste of butter. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. My favorite movies as a kid was Superman and Ghostbusters. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker.
Minor, major,
I have
major.
a hard time opening my eyes underwater. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. And I'm not a huge Nicolas Cage fan. I'm from a lower middle class.
I like how he just
family.
throws
Me
in
and my
the,
brothers and
arbitrary
sisters played hide and seek. I have good memories from my
rhyme
childhood,
there.
bitch. My favorite toy was my fucking fire truck, bitch. I used to play with that motherfucker all day long until I learned about sex from the Sears catalog. And then I played with my motherfucker all day long. About 10 times a day, man, all year long. My favorite song, motherfucker, I don't like to admit it, is a Celine Dion song from the movie Titanic. Every night in my dreams,
It's a Celine Dion song. Oh my God.
every time I hear that fucking shit, a tear comes to my eye. Why the fuck did Leonardo DiCaprio have to die? No, I'm not afraid to say that I'm a sensitive guy. Sticks and stones break my bones, but it's the words that make me cry. Like that time in grade 3 when a girl called me stupid face. She really hurt me.
Stupid
Why'd
face.
She call me stupid face? Is my face stupid? How's that even possible? A person can be stupid, but a face, that's impossible. Shit happens all the time and you learn how to deal with it. Regular, everyday, normal fucking bullshit. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. When I get into a fight, I usually leave on a stretcher. I'm just a regular, everyday,
I usually
normal
leave on a
motherfucker.
stretcher.
When I got nothing to say,
The guy's
we talk
honest.
about the weather. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. I like the first Back to the Future, but the second one was better. I'm just a regular, everyday, normal motherfucker. I like red peppers better than the green ones. Ooh, saving up my money to
Even
go
that
buy a
ooh
new
is like-
dishwasher. Mine broke about 6 months ago. Motherfucker. Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday.
go party like it's your birthday. I wasn't invited, but it's okay. I just stay at home and play some video games.
Hey, the one thing you got to say about this guy is he was absolutely organic and honest about being that simple guy, that normal guy. There was no hype in the stories. Like, yeah, this is me, man. You know, I'll rope my noodle 10 times a day and, you know, soak my poodle until he turns gay. I don't know. He had all kinds of weird little things in there that was like, yeah, and I'm a dishwasher and I don't have enough strength to talk to a couple chicks. And, you know, yeah, even the very ending, which is when he says, yeah, it's your birthday, but I wasn't invited anyway. I mean, it's like, really? When you hear the stories of a lot of legendary rappers and stuff, even Eminem and stuff, you know, it's, you know, there's some deep history to all these guys, but this guy took like a very super cool sense of humor run to it. And I think part of that sense of humor too is actually the sample, the drum sample with a really soft, or not kind of, I'm sorry, let me try that again, with a really, it was a little bit of a punchy kick, but it was really rounded off. It really sounded like really super old school, like a 70s loop vibe. And then the chord, you know, pattern with the guitar almost sounded kind of cheesy and chauncey. This guy killed it. I loved it. I loved his performance, you know. And apparently, Jesus, 119 million views. That's banging. I don't know if this artist made it onto other things or was this his runaway hit, but it was one of the most banging, authentic, like, yeah, I'm a goofball. Even if I get into street fights, I'm all that, but I always end up, you know, leaving in a stretcher. I'm like, wow, this guy is like, his presentation was just like, yeah, man, that's me. What did he say? I learned all my sex from the Sears and Roebuck catalog or something like that. I'm dying. Guy did a great job. All right, one more wheel of cheese, guys. Let's see what we got here. Let me go here. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Skeepy. Okay. Are you guys ready? Do you see your name? I see your name. Let's go. Spin. Diggity, giddy, giddy, giddy. I'm going to stop it. Slow it down. Almost Stakazi, but it's Little Pan Panda. Let's see what Little Pan Panda wants us to check out. Little Pan Panda wants us to check out a game. Okay, we're going to be doing a game. Music from a game. And this particular game is called Wuthering Waves. Is that it? Wuthering? Yeah, Wuthering Waves. And the name of the track is With Glory I Shall Fall. Let's go. Oh, almost sounded like the beginning of a Linkin Park track, didn't it?
Could you spare a second? Slow your pace, listen to the story of Cardithia. She called for freedom, she young for legend, dreaming of splendid adventure. Will the prophecy
beautiful.
manifest? Will I be the maiden
Who is this vocalist? Carathea Theme is the name of the track, but wow.
There is no turning back this time. Will it realize? Will it realize? Will the laurel be placed on my head? One day we shall cheer and dance.
Whoa, what
Making joy
wonderful,
forever last.
beautiful vocals. And the voicings on the melody. Oof.
Prophecy is nothing but a vicious light. Here comes the
And I'm loving the 6/8 vibe on this.
dark tide. The more pain she feels, the clearer
Great bass arrangement.
It's high time to turn it around. I'll carry on my glorious journey with the blessings and wish by my side. Won't accept the
A little bit of subtle dirt back there with the guitar.
There's no turning back this time.
I like that. It's so far back there, but there's enough of an edge to it.
I'll realize truth in my heart never dies. I'll cast down all the veils of lies with the silver sword in my hand. Divinity, blindfolded me, wrap me in lies like ocean's mist.
Great engineering on the acoustic guitars as well.
Carry the hopes, I'll break the shackles, free the souls trapped in those dark wells.
Oh, they left us hanging there. They didn't resolve that, minor or major.
Nothing can stop me walking down this path, bringing on the rim blessings back. Won't accept the fate that is set. There is no turning
that bass.
back this time. Will it be true? Will it be true? Be a closure for this myth book. One day we shall cheer and dance, making joy forever last.
It doesn't tell me who the composer is on this. What a beautiful track. That was an absolutely stunning track. What I loved about it is it didn't even push, like the drums and the stuff didn't really get any, presence until way beyond halfway through it. And the fact that they really kept it intact, really melodically let her vocals, take the whole train ride all the way through. I mean, the support and the compositions were really, really beautiful. I kind of glowed a little bit more on the engineering on it, but I liked the fact that they really didn't give me any more of a push until I felt when the drums came in. But actually, I think it was the hook before the last hook out is where they introduced some of that guitar, like a crunch guitar, but it was pulled just far back enough where it became more like an incidental. But the melody and the voicing of this, and the vocal performance and the intervals in the melody were just beautiful. And but it doesn't say who the lead singer is on this, so I can't give credit where credit's due here. But where it was from was With Glory I Shall Fall, I guess, and this was called Carthia Theme. And I guess Wuthering Waves must be an anime, am I correct? Is it? Somebody tell me. Somebody help me. If it is. And it seems to be doing very well. Almost 700,000 listens within just a little bit of time, within just under a month. So it's a game. Okay, thank you. I don't know, when I watch a video like this and I see the intensity of a video, I just, like this, automatically my brain goes to perhaps anime. All right, guys. That's it. This was just a super fast catch up, a couple donos. I can't thank you enough. Yes, I know that Ginger and Nex and a Coral Reefer, you guys dropped in some of the donos there. We're going to have to catch that on Friday because I just wanted to pop in and honor what I said I would do for those that were hanging out there. Dojo, I'm glad I was able to play this for everybody as well and get that opportunity. Outside of that, I will come in on Friday. But this week has been, like I said, this is like the last week that my friend is here, so we're packing and doing all kinds of trying to get as much done before he bails. And but I definitely will see you guys for Happy Aloha Friday stream. So thank you for everything, for coming in and hanging out, albeit short and brief. Power to the Kados. So I wonder if I have any bad jokes. Do I have any bad jokes really quick on the way out? No, I kind of don't. Because they're all bad. You guys take care.